Greetings, and today on LGR I've got something sitting in my driveway I never thought I'd have, a sleek, shiny Lamborghini from the mid-2000s. Wait, why is there a laptop out here? Let me get this inside. Yeah, that's better. This lovely beast we have here is an Asus Lamborghini VX2. A specially branded Windows Vista laptop from 2007. It sold for $2,699 on launch for the base model, with certain upgrades and bundles boosting that to nearly $4,000 for a fully spec'd out VX2S like the one we have here. Not quite Italian exotic car money, but by no means a cheap laptop then or now. Compared to similarly spec'd machines of its day, like the Dell XPS M1330 as one example, the Lamborghini VX2 cost $500 to $700 more for roughly the same capabilities. No doubt some of that was due to its Raging Bull branding, but surely there was more to it, right? Right indeed, this thing is packed with premium materials, fancy features, and alluring extras that made the asking price slightly more understandable, all added up. Things like a lacquer-coated lid painted in either gloss Midas yellow or carbon-finished in Noctis black, a magnesium alloy frame and trim tucked into the base of the computer, real leather blanketing the palm rest and around the keyboard with golden thread stitched into the edges, plus just about every port, interface, plug, adapter, and peripheral you could want in a mid-2000s laptop, either built into the system or included in the box, making it a multimedia productivity and entertainment powerhouse. It was also one of the very first laptops to come with Windows Vista Ultimate installed from the factory. But let's be real, the main reason this existed was the fact that Asus and Lamborghini wanted some of the exotic car laptop market for themselves. After Acer's successful Ferrari laptops dropping in 2004, something I've covered before here on LGR, the precedent was set, and Asus Tech lapped up the chance to sell their own fast car computers. Long-standing Ferrari rival, Lamborghini was a clear choice, a partnership that began with the VX1 model in 2006. It was praised for its build materials and overall look, but criticized for its 4x3 display, lackluster GPU, odd port placement, and hefty price. All things Asus addressed in the follow-up, the VX2, unveiled in January 2007 right alongside Lamborghini's new, upgraded Gallardo, the Superleggera. The VX2 was an improvement in every way, boasting an Intel Core 2 Duo T7500 CPU up from the VX1's 7400, NVIDIA 8600M GT graphics up from the GeForce Go 7700, and a 200GB hard drive up from the previous 160. Reviewers praised the new model overall, with only minor complaints about the OS and multimedia capabilities. For example, PC Magazine found the VX2's dual-layer DVD plus RW drive disappointing in such a high-end system, saying it was really too bad it didn't have an HD DVD drive. The wishes of 2007. Finally, it wasn't long before the swan song of the VX2 line arrived, the VX2S, of which we have this phenomenal example here, packing even more improvements on top of the VX2. In particular, this VX2S is the creamiest of the creamy crop, the ultimate bundle, the one that cost $4,000 on its release in 2007. We'll get to what this added as we explore the system, but the lavish, luxurious presentation presentation remains the same no matter which model you chose. Starting with this textured black box the computer shipped in, opening up to reveal a fitted insert embracing the shape of the VX2S, which is itself tucked away inside a soft, velvety drawstring bag. Lifting the machine out of there and onto a desk makes it apparent that this is more of a desktop replacement than a laptop for your lap, weighing in at 3.3 kilograms or just over 7 pounds. Still hefty as it is, the Lambo is one looker of a laptop, with this one featuring a carbon fiber lid, a premium upgrade over the bright yellow paint option, and of course, that authentically licensed Lamborghini logo placed right smack in the middle there, providing eye-catching flair to anyone on that side of the screen. Opening it up reveals the keyboard and trackpad bordered in stitched leather, and the wrist rest area being protected by a plastic cover and a distracting mishmash of badges. At least they didn't adhere them directly to the leather, and the cover peels off with little effort and maximum satisfaction. Yeah, that's better. The only logo you see anymore is that Automobile Lamborghini insignia debossed into the metallic strip just below the arrow keys. It's quite the appealing look if you ask me, straddling the line between classily understated and gaudily pretentious. Perhaps not as wild as you'd imagine when you hear the words Lamborghini laptop. The later VX7 model looks far sillier in a fitting way, but the VX2S, I don't know, it's not bad. Also included was this stylish leather carrying case, something the previous owner of my machine kept for themselves, I suppose. Irksome. Inside the next box is an assortment of accessories, software, and peripherals, like the power supply, video cables, interface adapters, various bits of paperwork and recovery discs, as well as a custom Lamborghini wireless mouse, encased in its own little black bag. It's a smaller 3-button optical mouse that connects via Bluetooth using 2 AA batteries. The mouse buttons are fine with a nice click to them, but the wheel feels weird, lacking a tactile click and just kinda mushing down with a disconcertingly smooth scroller. Not a fan, but at least it has a nifty metal flake paint job, I guess. Next up is the VX Power Station, included as part of the Ultimate Package. It's your standard docking station / port replicator done up with a bit of automotive flair. It adds a pile of useful ports, including more audio and USB, full-sized serial and parallel DVI video out, a PS2 port, Ethernet, and so on. It also makes the machine look even more over the top with those metal wings jutting out from either side of the station. However it's hooked up though, this doozy of a desktop replacement is packed with darn near every desirable option for 2007. Starting with a Motorola SM56 modem next to the power connector, FireWire and USB 2.0 ports left of the main exhaust fan, microphone in and headphone SPDIF digital audio out jacks, an eSATA connection that doubles as another USB port, an 8-in-1 card reader with an SD card blank insert, and an Express card interface, the short-lived replacement for PC card or PCMCIA, accepting handy little expansion boards. Not much along the front and back, with an IR blaster on front for infrared applications and only a Kensington lock around the rear. Most of this area is taken up by the battery, a 4800 mAh deal capable of around 2.5 hours of life, give or take half an hour depending on how much time you're wasting on Newgrounds. The left side is more exciting, featuring an RJ45 jack for 1 gig Ethernet, S-video output, 15-pin VGA, 2 more USB 2.0 ports, HDMI out, and an optical drive PC Mag would be proud of, a Toshiba HD DVD drive. This was included as part of the uber-expensive Ultimate Package, also functioning as your standard LightScribe DVD burner. But yeah, I never realized laptops even had HD DVD as an option, much less owned one till now. In fact, this is my first time experiencing the format, since I simply ignored the Blu-ray HD DVD format war and waited till someone lost before choosing a side back then. The drive is also hot swappable, allowing use of different optical drives, hard drives, or even a second battery. And then with the laptop unfolded, we come to that 15.4-inch 1610 display. It's rather glossy for my taste, but the colors look lovely and black levels are solid. And it even came with a zero bright dot guarantee from the manufacturer. Basically, your screen shouldn't have any white or black pixels stuck on the screen, and if you did, they'd replace it, barring a few exceptions. Then up above the LCD is this 1.3 megapixel webcam with 240-degree swiveling action, allowing you to tilt up, down, or even all the way around to the back.
There's also a little microphone
right beside the webcam, as you would expect, which is what you're listening to now. And yeah, this is the quality 640 by 480. It's some absurd frame rate. And we've also got built-in filters. So if we want the sepia filter, we've got that. We've got the Sin City filter, negative, naked person filter, and there's also frames. Oh my goodness. Happy Halloween. Hearts and things. Yeah. This is very 2007, and it's adorable.
Then right below is the 86-key keyboard, flanked by speakers left and right, with a pretty standard layout and set of key switches. Nothing to write home about. It's a typical laptop keyboard of its day, with decent key travel and relatively light actuation. The top row of shortcut keys are useful, with power on the right, buttons for activating things like the Bluetooth 2.0 transceiver and draft 802.11n Wi-Fi, disabling the trackpad, opening media players, switching performance modes, and display profiles, with those last two optimizing power consumption and adjusting LCD color temperature and contrast, respectively. Fun. What's not fun at all are the trackpad buttons, which have a decent click, but only allow you to press them if you tap the correct side of the button, which, for whatever reason, is the opposite side that I naturally want to use. However, that bit in the middle, yeah, that's a fingerprint reader for biometric logins. A nice touch, for 2007 especially, so you can finger your Lamborghini instead of entering a password anytime you take it for a spin. Another nice addition is found underneath, with this cute little fan grille replicating an alloy wheel from Lamborghini, although it's for the base model Gallardo, not the Superleggera that the VX2 launched alongside, but hey, they tried! And well, it's not really a fan grille either, it's more of a fan cover. The opening is blocked underneath, where it plops down on top of the CPU fan, and the exhaust goes out the side. And yeah, under there lies the 2.2 GHz Intel Core 2 Duo T7500, with his ultimate package actually packing an upgraded 2.4 GHz T7700. Then down below that is this, an NGIV G1000 GPU board, that's a mouthful, packing an NVIDIA GeForce 8600M GT graphics card. Yeah, I don't actually know what upgrade options may be available, but this is just neat. I haven't had this on very many laptops. The 8600 here does share memory with the system though, having either 512 megs or 1 gig. How much depends on the total RAM installed, with 2 gigabytes of 667 MHz DDR2 RAM on the base model, and a maximum 4 gigs supported, as came installed in the Ultimate package here. Finally, there's the 200 gig 7200 RPM hard drive, or there would be if it was still installed. This was pilfered by the previous owner, along with that case I'm definitely not bitter about. So I replaced it with a cheap 240 gig drive and reinstalled everything factory fresh. Series 2 cover disks that don't rely on hard disk store partitions, thank goodness. And with that, the Lambo is ready to lay down some rubber and hit the road at full speed with Windows Vista.
If you're doing online meetings, you have to try Crisp. With the magic of a click, nobody will hear your dogs barking, your washing machine, your crying baby, and any other noise during